All right, good evening everybody. Gonna make a quick run to the local HEB in Kingwood, Texas. Go get a handful of groceries and let's just see how FSD does. Here we go. Oh, now let's avoid that trash can. Good job. Slow down right around here. It always slows down a little bit right around here. There's a couple of spots on my block here where it just likes to slow down a bit, but that's fine. A lot of kids, so you never know if somebody's going to dart from behind a car, go looking for a loose ball, and then once we get out of it, it picks up steam. So actually not bad. Going about 32 miles an hour in a 30 mile per hour zone, so that's good. Sun's gone down a little bit, so we got the nice new 2024 Tesla Model 3 light strip lighting up. I really like that nice little touch that they added to the refreshed Model 3. Really nice at night to have that. All right, we got a four-way stop. Come to a complete stop. Let them go. They had the right of way. Progress on through. Got a pedestrian to the right looking to cross the street. And they crossed right behind us. We did not have the hibby-jibbies. I really believe that version 12.5 has cured a lot of those heebie-jeebies that previous versions would have with pedestrians who weren't right next to the car but were not far away. Just overly cautious, more than a human would be. And so we've cured quite a bit of that. Be cautious where you need to be, but when you don't need to be, let's move on and just get out of their way. So we're going to make a left here on North Park, go down North Park for 2 or 3 miles, make a right on Westlake Houston Parkway, go down Westlake Houston Parkway for 2 or 3 miles. Or actually, no, I think we're actually going to cut through some of the Westlake Houston Parkway traffic. So I think we may be actually going into a neighborhood. I don't know. We'll see how it routed us. That's one of the things I love about Tesla navigation, is it constantly updates for the most efficient route. So it may take us through a Kingwood neighborhood, or it may take us all the way to Westlake Houston Parkway. We'll find out. But yeah, the Tesla navigation, I've got it set where basically if it finds another route that saves us at least a minute of travel time, it'll update real time. So that's really nice to have. All right, we got the green light. Not sure we're going to make it through this one. We'll see. Probably not. We had a pretty long line here in queue. Now we're not going to make it. Actually, are we going to make it? I don't know about that. We were about halfway through on that one. We were about halfway through. And we had a vehicle behind us that went through as well. So we were definitely part of the gang on that one. We weren't the tail end. Oh, we had another Tesla behind us. Wow, that's a nice Model S. is a nice Model S, black Model S. So yeah, we had a couple of cars behind us that came through as well, but I don't know. It was yellow when we started, and it turned red on us about halfway through. So, I don't know. Have to check the Texas state laws on that one. But at the same time, if I think about it as far as a human goes, with a queue there and a couple of cars behind us as well, and it was yellow as we were going through, that's definitely what a human would do. I was not expecting us to be able to progress through on that one. So, yeah, that's an older Model S too. I'm not sure what year, but definitely pre-2020s. It's beautiful. The back end of the Model S has definitely gotten a bit wider with the more recent models. That's a beautiful car. I don't see a lot of other Teslas in the Porter, Kingwood, Humble, Atascocita, New Caney area. So always fun to point them out, take a look at them. Saw another Model 3 earlier today. Now I saw that Model S. Oh, there's another Model 3. That's to our left that just passed us. So that's 2 Teslas. 3 Teslas at the same stoplight in Kingwood, Texas. That may be a record. All right, we're gonna move up here and we'll take a right. So we are not gonna go through a Kingwood neighborhood. We will go down Westlake Houston Parkway. You can, oh, now we have a protected right, but you can turn right on red in Texas. That's okay. But we have protected. Make our turn. Little bit wider than we would like. We kind of came in on both lanes. You'd preferably like to see it stay within the right lane, but again, not that huge a deal since we had a protected right turn and we got immediately over to the right, but not a perfect turn. And I'll call balls and strikes when I see them. That was not a perfect turn. Right, we're gonna progress on Westlake Houston Parkway for about another mile or so. We should be getting over in the left lane here eventually. The HEB will be on our left-hand side. We do have to cross through a median, and that's always kind of interesting to see how we do in the median, because it can get busy with other folks trying to get into and out of HEB. This is a fairly busy HEB. I'd say this is probably the busiest HEB in about a 10 to 15 mile radius. And it can get a little busy this time of night. It's about 6:45 in the evening. So obviously school's out. Most practices and stuff like that are over. So kids have been completely picked up by their parents. Yep, long line coming out of the HEB. Not a lot of queuing over here on the median, so we'll have an easy time with the median. Check the traffic on the other side of Westlake Houston Parkway. Got a couple of cars coming, but we should go now. Well, we got a, let's see, there we go. We had a bike rider to the right too, but they were a good 50 feet away, so we had time. All right, let's see how we do here in the HEB parking lot. It's kind of hit or miss whether it takes us down one of the lanes. It generally won't park us because these are diagonal parking spots. So the FSD does not really do a great job with diagonal parking spots. We got cars, we got pedestrians, obviously it's HEB. Doing well here. Let's see what it wants to do. It's going to tell, okay, it's going to take us down one of the parking lanes, and we'll just see how it does here. Every once in a while, every once in a blue moon, it'll try to park in one of these diagonal spots, so we'll give it a shot just to see. And I don't think it's going to do it this time, so let's just let it make one more turn, and then the next lane it goes up, we will park. Let's see what we do here. All right, we got a stop sign. We stopped. Good job. And this is a two-way, as you can tell. This is a two-way lane. And we got a truck coming out. I'm going to stop for them. Let them get out and leave the HEB. I'm just going to give it a little more. I just want to see. And if it doesn't park by now, nah. All right, let's go ahead and park. So, no parking in the diagonal spots for us today. All right. Well, I'm going to run into the HEB and get some groceries. And then we may try some actual smart summon here at the HEB. See how that goes tonight. All right. Talk to y'all soon. Bye. All right, we are done at the HEB. Got all of my groceries, and then I did 3 rounds of actual smart summon here in the HEB parking lot. All of them went great. The first one was to actually come get me and the groceries, and then I decided to do 2 more rounds. All of them went great, so I've got that on video, and we'll take a look at those later. But for now, I want to go to the Whataburger that's right over here, just about a quarter mile from the HEB, or actually right next to the HEB, but from where we're sitting, it's about a quarter mile. So let's go to the Whataburger. All right, wants to take a left down this lane. We're gonna have to go a little slow because we've got a young lady with her groceries. Getting over for her. Good job. Go slow. Got a young man to our left, young lady to our right, both of them putting groceries in their car. We handled that perfectly, cautiously, but also continuing to matriculate our way through the parking area. And we're going to take a, oh, we had a little sudden stop there, and I have no clue what that was for. We got some traffic coming up this way, but nothing that should have given us any halts there. All right, now it's starting to move on through. I don't know what prompted it to stop so suddenly. Fortunately, it went on its own. I was thinking I might have to intervene there to get it going again, but I don't know what spooked it. There was a car coming to our left, but we had plenty of of space. All right, now we're going to take a left. Good job. Yeah, so that was definitely not the smoothest stop in the parking lot. Now I get it. I wanted to be cautious as well, but that was a little overly cautious. All right. Deciding where it wants to go in the Whataburger parking lot here. Let's see. We're going to need to get around this. There you go. There you go. Matriculated its way around there. Find ourselves a parking spot. Here we go. Perfect. Great job. Exactly where I wanted to go. And now we will get ourselves a parking spot here. Right in front of the Whataburger. Let's see how we do with this auto park. Good job. Getting itself level there. Should be able to do it in one swoop. Perfect. All right. Well, I'm going to run in and get a little bit of Whataburger, and then we'll head on home. And on the way home, we can talk about any nuances to the drives. Talk to y'all soon. Bye. All right. All done at Whataburger. So let's head on home. All right. Pulling out of the Whataburger parking lot. A car in front of us. Come up here, need to take a left. Get in the queue to pull out of the shopping center parking lot. Come up to the stop sign. Take a right onto Westlake Houston Parkway and see where Tesla navigation takes us to get home. Got some cars coming to our left, going northbound on Westlake Houston Parkway. Sorry if that's confusing. All right. Let's see. We may have a gap right here. I don't know. Yep, there we go. Good job. A little gap. Man, it took it. All right. Got the green light. Keep going on through. I got a little bit of a nag there coming out of the Whataburger parking lot. I guess I had my my head buried to the left a little too long, but it's like, okay, well, I need to look to the left if you want me to supervise. So I think it was a combination of that, and I had my hat on. And what I've found is during the day, that's not an issue, but at night, it really doesn't want any obstructions on your face whatsoever. So I forgot about that too, so I just took my hat off just in case. All right. We're gonna, looks like the navigation is gonna have us take a left on North Park. So we should start getting over to the, oh, there you go. As soon as I say it, there we go. So yeah, with Tesla FSD supervised, where it's at right now on at least this version that I'm on, 12.5.4.1, is that the really, really nice part is that it's totally hands-free. So you can drive completely hands-free with no nag, and you can wear sunglasses during the day. So the technology is developed to a point that it can look through sunglasses and make sure your eyes are being attentive. But I will say, at nighttime, it behooves you to not wear a hat. And, well, obviously you don't need sunglasses at night, unless you're Corey Hart and you wear your sunglasses at night. Now, probably anybody below the age of 50 isn't gonna laugh at that, but oh well. There's a bunch of 50-plus-year-old folks that I guarantee you they found that very amusing. So anyway, yeah, so at night, I totally forgot about that. I was still wearing my hat, so took that off. And yeah, it's definitely much more sensitive at night. It's sensitive during the day, don't get me wrong. It's supervising you, making sure you're supervising. But at nighttime, it just gets a little bit extra sensitive, which is completely understandable. Wants to make sure you're not dozing off. Wants to make sure it can clearly see you. And sometimes the hat can obstruct the view of your eyes, especially if you look down a little bit. No biggie. So yeah, we had a little nag coming out of the Whataburger parking lot when we took that ride. So all I had to do was touch the steering wheel, and as soon as I touched it, it went away. If you get nagged during the day, that's another difference too, is if you do get nagged, like if the system senses that you're not being as observant as you should be, during the day, usually all it takes is just looking out the windshield again, and it takes care of it. You don't even have to touch the steering wheel. But at night, it will, if it nags you at night, it's going to require you to touch the steering wheel. So, again, just to let y'all know, this is still supervised. This is, even though I'm not having to drive at all, I'm not using the steering wheel, I'm not having to steer the car at all, I'm not having to touch the accelerator or the brake, you still must supervise. You must look out the windshield, observe everything around you just as much. And in fact, I would tell you, Tesla FSD supervised forces you to be more observant than just driving manually. Because I'm going to tell you what, stop there for a second. There we go, making sure nobody's coming through. That was a little sudden. A little more sudden than I needed. I looked around to see if there were any animals or people. I didn't see any. Of course, it's dark. So, and this has got 8 cameras. So it's going to see a lot better than I can. But I did not see any animals or humans coming out of that green belt to our right. Nor did I see any cars coming immediately to our left. But again, no harm, no foul. Just a little bit more of a stop than I would have done. But what I was saying is yeah, you have to be more observant than a normal human. Because I'll tell you what, if I pick up my cell phone right now, you better believe it's going to beep at me. It won't just nag at me, it'll beep at me. So you cannot hold your cell phone while you're driving with Tesla FSD supervised. So someone using Tesla FSD supervised, I mean, the statistics showed it. I think those new statistics came out today. Someone driving Tesla FSD supervised with FSD engaged is 10 times safer than a driver driving a Tesla manually. Which, oh, by the way, a driver driving a Tesla manually is like 4 or 5 times safer than a manual driver of another car. So you're literally getting into umpteenth times safer than a regular driver with this technology. And there's statistics to bear that out now. Obviously, there'll be anecdotes. Every once in a while, somebody will, bring up somebody having an unfortunate incident in a Tesla, and my statement to them is, okay, well, I know about 45,000 anecdotes that happen each and every year in our country with manual drivers in non-Teslas losing their lives. So you want to bring me a onesie or a twosie? That's fine. I'll bring you 45,000. Anyway, on that wonderful note, we've made it home. I take that very, very seriously. So just so you know, when I'm going back and forth with folks when it comes to this technology, just know the reason I do this, the reason I push this button is because 45,000 Americans die on our roads each and every year. 25% of those are below the age of 20, teenagers. 125 people die each hour, not day, hour, on our roads. 1 million people, in fact, the number is 1.3 million people globally, die in vehicle accidents each and every year. This is why I do this. Make no mistakes about it. Do not get it twisted. I'll go back and forth with you as much as you want, and we can discuss nuances. I definitely want the technology to get better, but do not get it twisted. Those are the facts I'm coming with. And unless you can tell me that you're okay with 45,000 people dying every year and that we should just not do anything about it, then come at me with some different facts. Just one other factoid to keep in mind. We lose 5 times as many people to vehicle accidents each year than we do to gunshot wounds. We lose 5 times as many people to vehicle accidents as we do to guns in this country. And God knows we got a ton of guns in this country. So here we are debating an amendment to our Constitution about a certain type of death, when at the exact same time we're losing 5 times as many people to vehicular death. So let's get real. We have got to stop it. One last factoid for you. The Vietnam War lasted 10 years, 1965 to 1975. Guess how many American soldiers, Marines, sailors, and airmen and other total American service members lost their lives in Vietnam in those 10 years? Yep, you guessed it, 45,000. So think about that for a second. We lose a Vietnam's war worth of Americans on our roads, not every 10 years like the Vietnam War, but every year. Every year. 45,000. We have got to end it. I'll listen to you till the cows come home on all other issues. I'll listen to you talk about guns. I am way up for that debate. I'll listen to you talk about, all other sorts of things that we debate as a country. But if you're not willing to admit that we have a severe issue with the way people drive on our roads, then you're being disingenuous and hypocritical. Not you, the viewer. Y'all are great. All of my subscribers and my followers on X and my subscribers, y'all are wonderful. None of y'all. It's none of y'all. But I am being serious about that. I am willing to have a discussion with anyone and everyone about all of the different topics in this country, including the Second Amendment. But if you come at somebody about the Second Amendment and you're bad-mouthing Tesla full self-driving or any other technology that's looking to try to save lives on the roads, then you really need to stop and think about why. Are you really trying to save lives? Is it really? Because if you're really trying to save lives, this is what's going to do it. This is going to be the bang for the buck. All right. On that even better note, it's time for me to sign out. Sorry about that. I get very passionate about this, as you can tell. I am a Marine. I served my country for 6 years as a Marine, Gulf War veteran, and I swore an oath to the United States Constitution, the country that the Constitution belongs to, and the people within that country. And I take that oath as serious today as I did over 35 years ago. And to me, that means ending these 45,000 deaths every year on American roads. Yep. All right, if I don't shut up, I think I'm going to be out here till it's morning time. And I'm just kind of watching these cats go back and forth, too. That's kind of funny. All right, guys. Love all of y'all. And I will see y'all again tomorrow. Bye.